And here we are. It looks like we're live, Ian. Are we?
Very good.
Hi, everyone. We can see already so many of you in the chat. I'm so happy, or we are so happy that you made it over. Thanks, Tim and Cleo and Chris, for sending everyone over to my channel. And yeah, I'm looking forward to discussing another episode of Balcony Banter. So what have we got today, Ian?
Excuse me, we have a topic called self-image.
Self-image. Okay, now let's see what images we got here today. Look who's on. I'm going to go from the last one down. David Longdon, Ellie Bennett. Hi, everyone. Simon Ferrand. We got Ellen, Gabby, Anne-Marie. Hi, Anne-Marie. Derek Walker, Marie Alti, Tina Rigby, Jeff Daniels. Oh my God, they're all here. All the familiar ones. KS Caretakers. Everyone is here. I'm very pleased to see you all. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Don Truckin as well. Thank you. David Butler. Hi, everyone. And Aaron Copeland. Ray LUFC. Hi. I haven't seen that name before. Have you, Ian?
Ray FUC, that's Leeds. Is that Leeds Football Club?
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think it is.
Evie Blue.
Yep.
Thank you so much. If you want to put in the description, because I'm not so familiar with all of you where you're from. If you want to put in the description where in the chat where you're from and where you're watching from, that would be great. And yeah, how you feel today. Are you good? Then give us a thumbs up. And if you're not, well, then still do, because that might change today.
There's
All right.
Julie Wade says, "Hi, Juliane. I am new to your channel."
Oh, thank you and welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. Thanks a lot. And yeah, how was your week, Ian, so far?
It's been okay so far. I've got my do-it-yourself finished.
Your do-it-yourself list.
Yes, so I'm sitting in my newly completed, decorated back bedroom.
Wow. And you got all the animal support again.
I've got my animals supporting me at the moment, but they're going to be getting chucked out.
Okay. All right. So sleek.
Sleek.
Okay. Tina Rigby says she's from Sheffield. Sheffield.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
From Windy Western is David Longdon.
Yep.
Ah. Okay.
Moira Fitzsimmons. Hi, Moira. How is it in the West Coast? Are you blowing a gale out there? Storms are supposed to be coming in quite bad this evening and tomorrow again.
Okay.
Again.
All right.
They're talking about 70 miles an hour up to 90 miles an hour.
Wow.
So it'll be some more destruction in the woodland areas again.
In the woodlands. Yes.
You know.
Yeah, here, luckily the winds have, stopped a little bit. Kalima is also sort of gone. And
right.
And it's nice and blue sky again. So we're very, very lucky, actually. And the forests here, I guess some of them have also had a little bit of stormy weather. And talking about forests, I went the other day, I went up to the north of the island to the Forestal Park, which is an amazing, place to go to and visit. It's it's amazing in nature, and you just go through all the trees. You can use the zip lines and try out some of the other little gadgets that they have, and balance your way out through the trees. And
Yes.
then, if you want to push yourself a little bit further, you can go the hard one, hard trail, or the extreme trail, depending how you feel comfortable in heights.
All right. Well,
I might even upload a video I made. So if you want to check that out, that's up in the north of the island, close to La Laguneta, La
all right.
Esperanza.
Mhm.
So northeast side of the island. So for
Where
all the
where were you on some of these pictures that you sent?
say again.
Were you on some of these pictures that you sent?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, oh,
So
you were.
yeah,
uh,
that's amazing.
I'm afraid better you than me.
Well,
Uh,
so guys, are we up for the video? Today we're talking about self-image actually. And Ian, have you prepared anything? Because I have prepared the video, which I think I uploaded a few years ago in 2017, it must have been. And you were watching it and finding it out and rediscovering it, basically.
yep.
Yeah. So
Uh, go for it. I've got 1 or 2 wee questions.
2 week questions. Okay, after that. So are we ready for the video?
Yes, go for it.
Let's
See what
go for
see
it
see what
and
happens.
see. I'm gonna add it up to the stream. This is Juliane, and I just got back from my daily walk, and I got this thought I wanted to share with you. Whether you resonate with it or not, either way is good because I just decided to. All right, I wanted to talk about scratch a little bit the topic of the power of self-image, how it is so important and how it shapes all the results you get in your life. Because we have two images actually. We have one that we project to the outside world, the image we let other people see, that our environment perceives. But then we have a self-image that is so deeply rooted in our subconscious mind, in our way of thinking, in our mind, that this deeply rooted self-image controls everything. It's working like a communication and control mechanism. So let's suppose you would like to change something. You make out a goal that you would like to go on a diet and you would like to eat healthier and exercise more. So you can make up that goal, and then in the end, maybe after a few days or a few weeks, you go back to normal, back to your old way of performing, back to your old performance. So why is that actually? Why is it? Because we have some self-image created in our mind about ourselves that we, for example, through communication, how we communicate with ourselves, how we perceive our inner dialogue, what we tell ourselves by saying oftentimes I don't look good, or I cannot do it, or they can do it but I can't. This is all negative talk and negative self-communication, but this is part of our self-image, the one that is so deeply rooted in our subconscious mind, and that's not the one that we want to expose on the outside, but this is what we actually are, and what other people and the outside world perceives. So in order to change this negative self-image that we have oftentimes about ourselves, we have to get to know ourselves and how our mind actually works. So it's good advice to invest in getting to know yourself, in analyzing thoughts that you might have about yourself. What do you tell yourself? What is your inner dialogue? What do you tell yourself all the time, and how do you perceive yourself? Do you see yourself as somebody who can actually do it, who is yeah, a great example for others, or do you actually say, well, no, I'm shit. Oops. Well, you know what I mean. So just think about that. It was a thought that I wanted to share with you, and something I would like to know what you think about. And if I can help you with anything, just let me know. Okay? Thanks for now, and see you again soon. Thank you. We made it back. We're back again
Very
on the
good.
screen.
Uh,
Well, people are still talking about the storms. So how stormy is it getting
it's
sometimes
yeah.
when we think about our self image? How stormy can that get?
It depends. It depends how you think about it. I mean, if you stop and think about it, um, it's a mental picture you form.
Yeah,
It's a mental picture you form about one's abilities, their appearance, and their personality. They actually project that to others.
yeah.
Um, the thing I look at is how do you build up the self image?
Yes, that's a very good question,
You know,
because
is it something you build up through your years? I'm talking about from your school days,
mhm,
adulthood onwards. Um, it's like, what would I say? It's like filling up these pockets that you've got mentally.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
got you've got a mental positive pocket. You've got a mental negative pocket. So you start collecting all information and you start filling them up.
yeah.
Then you've got to pick out the best things that you want to go forward with. Hopingly, it's always positive to
If
project.
exactly you are saying it there, Ian. I mean, obviously, you are very right. What you're saying, it's something genetically. It's already yeah, what we get from our parents or grandparents, passed over from generation to generation. And then, of course, something that we gain through experience, life experience, and whether good or bad. And then, of course, we decide if we want to keep this self-image yeah, positive, or and optimistic, or if we decide to go rather yeah, see all the negatives we get from it, because I mean, life is a constant evolution and constant circle, upside down and up and down, and so on and so forward. So there's no before but if we decide to stay on that positive side, then of course our results and self-image is also going to be a more positive one than negative.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's I wasn't looking at it from the genetic side, from a baby upwards. I was looking at it more sort of from your school age onto your sort of your primary school age onto your secondary school age, then
Yeah,
onto your university age. It's what you gather, the information that you gather in at that particular time, which is to
yeah,
suit you for moving forward. Eh,
sure, sure. We have to see, like, when we talk about mind or mindset, that taking very much in consideration that a baby, for instance, although it's maybe not capable at this very minute to utter requests or talk or say something, it's sort of like a sponge, and it's soaking up everything that is going on externally. So whether, for instance, a baby is exposed to to certain music or certain noise, or everything is soaked up, and it makes an imprint on its mind and its
mhm,
mental health. And it's important, that kind of environment as well. So babies are still very yeah, potent in that sense,
yeah, yeah,
whether we agree on that or not.
yeah. There's, I'm going to have a wee look at the comments there coming up.
Yes.
Tricia Slater, getting older, I realise you just need to be kind to yourself. If you project a confidence, people see that you're halfway there.
Yes, absolutely agree. That is such a very good comment. Thank you for that. Self-love, we always emphasize that, and coming back to self-love actually.
Yeah, just
And it doesn't mean that you give yourself a hug. It means that you give yourself enough respect. If you
yeah,
don't get that from others, then give it at least to yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
There's another one. Anne Marie Elton. Sometimes self-image can be negative
Yeah.
due to the lack of confidence, which is very
Yes.
true. Very
Yes.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I have here one from the enlightened mind. Your
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem is the eternal experience, and the interpretation of those experience. Your subconscious paradigm is paramount. Yeah, good.
Yep.
Absolutely. And it's interpretation and perception. Again, we have one of our higher faculties that we spoke about last week, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
um, perception. And that is something um, that we can change, opposed to maybe, say, an animal. An animal doesn't have that capacity, but we as human beings, we can actually change our mind, and see things from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we are talking about our own selves, and finding it hard maybe in this very moment to respect ourselves more and give ourselves more love and consideration, that might be difficult for some, but we can gently learn how to do that
Yep. Yep.
by
Yep.
repeating, by repetitively doing it.
Yep.
it's
Yep.
it's like it's we spoke about the mold, fitting into that mold. If that doesn't come naturally to you, then look what activities you can do on a daily basis, on a in a routine, that give yourself yeah, more respect and
Yep.
more self-love
Yep.
in that
Yep. Yep.
sense.
There's
Yeah.
there's there's a very true one. Pete and Shelley. Some people project a different image in public to what they are behind closed doors, which
Yes,
is a very true statement.
absolutely true. Yeah. We spoke about that, or I mentioned that in the video. Sometimes we project something outwards, and then it takes a longer period of time to get to know people, but it will always sort of show, your internal image will always show up at some point. So yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Einstein, when you change the way you look at things, very good. I'm going to show that one. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it works.
Oh yeah,
Woo-hoo!
well done, well done,
Woo-hoo!
well done, kid, well done.
I'm so excited. I'm so new with this here.
Oh, I'll take a back seat now and let you put them on the screen.
Yay!
How about that?
Woo-hoo!
What have you got there? Just
Okay,
a wee
you
button
like
that you
mine
press.
says, Einstein, when you change the way you look at things, what you see changes. That's very true. Perception. That's it. Like the 6 and the 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
From
Yeah.
my side, it might be a 6. From your side, it might be a 9.
Might be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
And then,
True.
and then
True.
it's up to, I guess, good communication skills to actually make that shift.
Yeah.
And that communication, starts with your own self dialogue, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you actually said this in your video. It's all down to what's in your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
It's all the information that you've got in there that you have to process and
Yeah.
and put out, on that one. Yeah. Let's have a wee look here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Anne-Marie, it was lovely meeting you and David. Yes, absolutely. Mwah. Thank you. Have a safe trip home, if you're not back home in Ireland yet. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. And Pete and Shelley say, Juliane, you're doing a fantastic job running this chat. Oh, thank you so much for your support.
There you are now.
I'm so confident because I have Ian here as well, and you all in the chat, so that makes it so much easier. Thank you.
You're on the other end. You've got your fingers on the pulse. You're putting out the positive vibes to us.
I do my best. Oh, Anne-Marie says she's home already. Okay, good.
Right.
All right. I hope to see you back in October, I think you said. You might be back. Yes, Juliane was great. Okay, good. Yes. So
I would say, like we're chatting away there, I would say that when you're looking to project yourself, it should be always with a positive attitude. Even although you have that negative sense about you, if you're trying to project yourself out to other people and round about, always do it with a positive attitude. You should be sharing out the good things. Things that, as I said before, things that you've collected in your positive pocket.
Exactly. And if you really think about it, which might be a challenging task in the beginning, think about throughout your life experience that there are more good experience than bad experiences. As human beings, oftentimes we tend to remember the negative ones and highlight that more so. But we are also capable, by changing our perception, that we can make a way back to focusing on our celebrating our good sides and our achievements and the kind things we do for ourselves and for others. So so those things are worthwhile celebrating and putting out as well.
Yeah. There's one or two Evie Blue, I've just subscribed to Julian's channel.
Oh, thank you,
Under
Evie Blue.
under all saying thumbs up to you.
Woo! Thank you so much for your support. Yes, I hope to do some more of those lives, Ian. Now that we know that it's working.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so you see, sometimes it's good to jump into the cold water, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
As I used to say, dive in. That's the quickest way you learn to swim.
that's true. Yes. Oh, I remember. I actually remember when I learned how to swim, because it was not like here in Spain. Children are much more used to spending time around the pool as a young child, or even babies. But I had to learn how to swim, and that took me yeah, quite a while actually. And I already knew how to swim. I swam fine and was really proud. But to actually get my what was called it's called Seepferdchen in German, which means like seahorse, and it's sort of like the yeah, the little certificate that you get for doing your certain amount of meters, and for jumping into the water. That
Right.
was the challenge for me. I could already perfectly swim and I did everything fine, and I could not get myself over jumping in that water. And then the swimming instructor, she pushed me into the water, and I came up all the time. So I said to myself, yeah, I have to somehow get myself jumping in that water. I mean, if that's the only thing that it takes to get the seahorse, then I might as well jump in. So yeah,
Aye, quite
that's
right.
the dive in story.
Aye, quite right. Quite right. Quite right.
Yeah.
There's another short one there. Anthony Agri 138. Stepping out of your comfort zone. It's hard
Yes.
to do, but worth it in the long run.
Yes. Let me see that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get that up. That's a very good one. Yeah,
That's it.
the
Yeah.
comfort zone. Yeah, we're very comfortable in that comfort zone, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then getting out of it.
This is the problem sometimes with a lot of people. They get themselves into this comfort zone and come sort of hell or high water. It's a very difficult to get them to move, to get them to
Mhm.
divert onto something maybe better, obviously better.
Maybe better. Yeah, most
Yeah,
of the time it's even better.
yeah,
And the chit chat that we make up in our head is really destructive, actually. Like yeah, talking all those fantastic possibilities down, probably.
yeah,
So it's we wonder at the end how easy it was, or how much support we actually get. So
yeah. It's a thing. We're talking about the self image on the positive side, but you've also got to remember you've got the negative side.
mhm.
You could have a poor self image of yourself, which would be resulting of accumulation of criticisms
Yeah.
that you've collected probably as a child and
Mhm.
through to your adult life. So if you've been continually getting criticized about
Yeah.
things and the way of life, um, that I would find would be very difficult
Yeah.
to get yourself motivated uh, to get sort of into the positive side again.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's very true what you're saying there. Oftentimes, or there are people who don't have necessarily the best yeah, starting points, or the best way to start. They are not in the ideal environment, let's say. But just knowing that you can make yourself go and step into a better environment, that's worth knowing, worthwhile keeping in mind as well, because even though you might not have the support from your family or your close ones, that doesn't mean you have to not love them anymore, but rather focusing on the ones who do support you, or doing activities that bring out joy, that spark joy in your life. That already makes a huge difference, and then continue doing it. That's important. So not being it just a one timer,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
making it a habit, because those things, those comfort zones we are in, they are very comfortable and very cozy. So
Yeah.
getting out of it takes willpower and willpower and motivation and continuous willpower, not only a one timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you say, willpower and motivation. I mean, some there's one or two comments coming in there is saying that I grew up in an era where compliments were very rarely given. That is
Ye-
true to
yes.
a lot of people in the workplace.
Yes. Yeah. And that also, I mean, we're talking about generations as well. Now people are much more inclined to be aware of possibilities, if they make up their mind, and they have those possibilities much easier at hand, opposed to maybe say 30 years ago. That wasn't given at that time, and now throughout technological possibilities we can be much more supported by doing certain things that we want to continue doing. Yeah. I want to put this one out as well. The Enlightened Mind said, when you squeeze a lemon, only lemon juice comes out. Only what is inside can come out. Very good.
Yes,
Yes,
true.
that's a very good one. I think um, Wayne Dyer, he put that with an orange. He says, and he compares it to anger at some point, and he says, like, if there's only anger inside, when you squeeze the anger, nobody no, it doesn't matter who squeezes the orange. um yeah, so externally
Yeah.
speaking, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter who squeezes the orange. It can only come out what's inside. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
very good one.
Yep. Yep.
And let's see, there's another one from David Butler. Can a person get too self-absorbed in analyzing themselves? Maybe teenagers are like this sometimes.
Yep.
Well, yes, self-absorbed, and to what is seen oftentimes as maybe self-centered, um, and egotistical. Yeah, that can happen too, and then focusing again on what you can give or what you can share. um, Maybe sometimes we perceive them as being self absorbed, but we don't know what impact they are making on other teenagers.
Yeah.
So I remember being criticized as a teenager, but at the same time, I had an impact, a positive impact on other people, and so did my colleagues, or my friends who were criticized. So criticism is was mentioned earlier on, and we are very easy at criticizing, I
Yes.
feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, um, and and it's not about criticizing, not only criticizing others, it's sometimes also criticizing our own self, but it
yourself.
doesn't really make a difference if criticizing others or criticizing our own selves. Both uh, both prevent things from moving forward. It's
Yeah,
not about criticism, it's about improving, gently improving what one could do better, whether with others or whether with your own self.
yeah. There's another statement there that comes up from Pete and Shell. Uh, Image is also driven by social media to the younger generation.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah. I
yeah,
think
that one I will put it
social
up.
social media and that particular statement has a lot to answer for.
Yeah,
That's my opinion on that one. Yep.
yeah, yes, true. I mean, we think in images. Our thinking is in images. If I tell you right now, think about an orange, you probably have an orange in front of your the screen of your mind right
Hmm.
now,
Right.
right? So social media is something visual, and it results in having in causing feelings in people, whether young generation or older generation. It will arouse something. So yes, it's true. It's important to what Tim said once, to filter that filter
Yes.
again.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 You've got to be able to filter it, the good from
mhm,
the bad on that.
yeah,
Pick out what you want.
yeah,
Again, that depends on yourself, isn't it? Obviously, you would pick out the good stuff, the stuff that would make sense, but some people wouldn't. Some people would just go straight in and just take it straight forward. They could be
yeah.
taking good for bad, or probably absorbing more negative stuff than what they were absorbing a positive stuff. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And knowing that sometimes it's not not necessary to take it too personally, what others say, or what others say about you, even
Yeah.
if it sounds offensive. People deal with their own inner little wars, so so that makes some more brutal than others. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, let's put this one on here. Um, I was born in 69, in the summer of 69. I think we grew up in an era that is totally alien to the young generation nowadays. Probably so, probably so. But then maybe look what you have in common with the young generation right now.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say. There are probably a lot of similarities too, and it takes willpower and effort to find them. And once you found the first one, you probably go on and on and on, and you see, wow, we got so much similarities there.
I think something to add on to that is today's environment moves so fast
Hmm.
to what it used to be. Um, you used to be able, you got time to absorb the good stuff. Nowadays, I find things move so fast that you miss a lot of the good stuff.
Hmm.
Um, and it's easier, it's simpler to pick up the negative stuff sometimes on that, you know?
Hmm. It's important to take breaks and rests, and it's not a shame to do so, because that makes us aware again of looking at
Yeah,
the good things that surround
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
But if we are too quick in in our lives, we might miss it. Probably,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's one of the reasons that I like coming out to Tenerife. Uh, it's so laid back in the different areas that we go to. It's brilliant. You can just lie back and absorb it. It's a
Yes.
completely different environment
Yeah.
to what we have here. You know.
Yes.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So
Uh, go on.
So, who of you is coming over to Tenerife soon? Put in the chat. Let us know. And are
Uh,
you excited already? I guess so.
I think there's one or two there been saying that they're coming very soon.
Very soon, very soon,
uh,
very soon.
very soon. Yeah,
Let,
yeah.
let's see. In a school for 19, yeah, I've worked in a school for 19 years. Oh, okay, in a school that yeah, I mean, school environment is very interesting, I guess. It's seeing children or um, teenagers grow up basically, and it's constant evolution as well. I'm sure a lot has changed. At the same time, we need to know that the 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 struggles are basically very much similar to older generations. I think it's not
It,
that it's so alien. It doesn't need to be that alien.
you've actually said it there. Schooling in the modern generation is completely different to the schooling in the older generation. It's a completely different environment altogether within the school itself compared to what's in the schools, the environment that's in the schools today.
Mhm.
Completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What was
Okay,
it?
David Butler says, but for those of us born in 1950, the earldom of 1969 was a different era to our early years. The 1960s were a time of huge change.
Yes.
Probably so, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
now we're going also through times of change. And you've got the blueprint already. You've got already basically all you need. You got the perfect experience, and you know a lot of good things to draw from this experience, I think. And that's what probably as well um, older generations can help younger generations with,
Yeah.
without judgment and more acceptance. I think
Yeah.
that can
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a message come up there. I have to go in. It says, Tim, I have to go in. Have you got that on your screen
Where
at
is
the,
it?
at the side?
Tim?
Yeah, it says, Tim, I have to go in. I don't know what it means. It just came up there just now.
I don't see it here.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry, we'll carry on. I thought maybe he said maybe he was going to pop in. I don't know.
Okay. I don't see him here. Earlier on, I saw him still in Adeje, but right now I don't have anybody here on screen.
He's no on screen. Right, okay.
Let me
Let's
see.
carry on.
Ah, okay. To go in. All right. Comments back on. Okay. Everything under control here.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Tim is
That's it.
going to be so proud of us.
I hope so. I wonder if I'll get any stars.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, okay, let's see. Do we have any more comments that we want to put up? Let's see. Stay safe tonight. If you're in the middle Oops, in the middle of the storm we're experiencing in Scotland, says Ellen Fraser. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
yeah. That's the
they,
it's the west coast coming across the central belt. It's going to be really, really bad. Really bad.
okay.
So
Yeah.
I would say to people that doesn't have to go out, don't go out. Stay
Yeah.
in.
And be happy that you have a cozy home.
Yeah, and stay safe. Because there is so much damage getting done just now.
Yeah.
It's not real at all. That's
Envy Blue says, Tim, who? No,
what's that?
he's gonna be back next week. I really hope so. Because
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
we miss the faulty towers moments, don't we?
Be quiet, be quiet.
We love you, Tim.
Everything's going according to plan so far.
Oh.
So what's your plans for the rest of the week?
For the rest of the week. Tomorrow, I will be up in the north of the island, meeting up with friends. Yeah, and who are actually also one of our viewers. Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with them, and then of course coaching and classes, and
Yeah.
that will
Do,
be it.
yeah. So do you actually cover the whole island, the whole of Tenerife?
Mm, at some days, yes, I'm up north. Other days, it's more in the south. Yes, the
Right,
south of the island and
right,
online. Yes.
right, right.
Yeah.
Round about the civilized area.
Well,
No, or would you rather be in the quieter areas?
well, the north is also quite busy, depending where you are. Puerto de la Cruz is quite touristy, and Santa Cruz as well, being the capital. Yeah, but of course there are much more little villages where you can go out and enjoy the yeah, what is the original, the authentic Tenerife
Yeah, yeah,
landscape and way of living. Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
contrast is perfect here on the island. So any chance you get, try to enjoy both places, the south and the north. Yes,
Yeah, and the north comes in more greener than what the
yes,
southern area is. Yeah, yeah,
it's very
yeah,
lush. And if
yeah,
you're lucky, you can see snow on Mount 80.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I've been there when I've seen it when it's
yeah.
been there. Yeah, yeah. Um, oh, done trucking. Tim has been gazumped. Oh dear. Uh,
We love you, Tim and
eh,
Christine.
uh, I know.
So, Ian, what do we have? What topic do we have for next week prepared?
What
What's
have
the
we what
deal
what have we on the screen for next week?
for
Um,
next week? Get out the binder. Our
hmm. Oh, embrace your funny moments.
Ooh, we love that. And that's actually the video that went before the one we did last week.
Right?
How to deal with low moments. That's the one I was referring to
Yeah.
before we did how to deal with low moments. Yes.
Right.
So
All
if you
right.
want, you can already check it out, and I shall still put up the video from last week too, so
Yeah.
you can all watch it.
I, I mean, as we're saying, as we normally say, nearly the end of our program, any comments or anything at all, we read them all, and yeah, we will respond to any of them. And if anybody has any ideas for topics or anything at all we'd want to speak about,
Yes,
my email address is on Tim's site, and it's quite easy to get. Um,
yes,
and drop me an email and I'll get back to you on
Yeah,
it.
and my email is in the description box, so check it out, and yeah, and let me
Yeah,
know
yeah,
if there's anything we can help you with, because one thing is talking about it in general, as we are doing now, but then boiling it down to some specific persona is always the challenge, and it's a completely different story. That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's it. That's a good one from Alan Gabby. Can't wait to get back to Lost Chris in under 2 weeks. Get
yep,
out of this constant wind and rain. Good for
yeah,
you, Alan. Leave
yep.
us some sun for us when we come out.
Well, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I honestly, we couldn't have done that without you, with all your support. I'm thrilled, honestly, that we have so many dear viewers popping over to my channel as well. And yes, and I hope to earn your subscription.
I've got a final thought here for
Go on.
people just on something that we've been talking about. It's very simple, something I picked up in a recent newsletter. Your self image is not permanent, it is a dynamic concept that will vary as you grow, evolve, and as the way you view yourself changes.
Exactly. Yes, it's something very flexible and evolving and changing, and knowing that we as human beings have the capability of changing it into something better, improving, obviously. That's a huge advantage that we have. So keeping it positive with a good mental attitude, and seeking out support from others. Maybe become more aware of things that isn't helpful for you to pursue. Sometimes it's also advisable to to just stay away from a certain crowd that doesn't make you feel uplifted or supported. Um, it's easier and more comfortable, of course, to not be alone. Some feel very challenged by being alone and by themselves. But if necessary, if that is in that moment also necessary, then be it. There's uh, life lessons to learn from while being alone.
Yeah. Yes, there sure is. As you just said it there, a lot of people like their own lonesome. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Tina.
Thank you.
Very much,
Thank you so much. Huh?
very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, we do really appreciate it, that you all came in such a huge number, and looking forward to seeing you again next week. So, one thing, we don't have Vamos a la playa. So what are we gonna offer today?
I forgot about that. I could have had a wee bit Scotch music. Oh well, not to worry, not to worry.
Oh, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We are sending you a lot of love, and hope to see you next week again. Thank you.
Hey,
Mwah.
that's it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.